Yo guys, what's going on? Welcome back to a brand new video here on the channel today. Today we're back with another career mode experiment. However, this career mode experiment is gonna be in two parts. We're gonna have the first part today, which should be a Saturday, you're seeing this, and then the second part will be on the Wednesday. So you're wondering, well, why have you got a spinning wheel in front of you? Well, today, I don't know why I put myself in F11 actually. I shouldn't be, because I've got two tabs open that I need to switch between. So, today, we're going to be doing a Premier League draft. Now, if you don't know what happens in drafts, essentially it happens in a lot of American sports, so WWE and NBA and all that, where certain stars get drafted to certain teams. Now, the best way to describe this one is kind of with, WWE. So they have a draft or a superstar shake-up, whatever they call it now, where certain certain wrestlers get switched between brands, i.e., at the moment it is just Raw and SmackDown, but whether or not that'll be NXT at some stage, I don't know. I don't think it will. So at the moment it is just between Raw and SmackDown. Now, what I thought is we take it a step further and try it out with the Premier League. So, as you can see here, well, we've got two wheels. I don't know why they're both on the same thing at the moment. So I need to open one of my ones. We're going to start off with we'll start off with a bit of Arsenal. Why not? So as you can see here, I've put in all of the decent in terms of FIFA Arsenal players, and we will be moving them across to different teams. Now, each team will have 3 players leave, and they will join another team over on another Premier League side, essentially. So we're going to spin the wheel. I will then note down the players where they've gone, and in the next episode we will see the league result. Now, of course, with the league result, I'm going to be following Manchester United. I was going to do it where we take the best 3 players from each team, but I thought, you know what? Let's just randomise it. These are the most effective players in terms of they might affect Arsenal. So, you got guys like Aubameyang and Ceballos, David Luiz, Martinelli, Partey, Odegaard. You've got a lot of players. So let's spin the wheel and let's see what happens with Arsenal. So we've got 3 players. Again, if you want to see me do this with more players or any different leagues or any different rules, then please do let me know in the comment section down below. And remember to smash a like and subscribe if you are new. So anyway, let's kick this off with Arsenal. We're going to go the first spin. Who are we going to get here? Oh, it's Bukayo Saka. Bukayo Saka has been chosen for Arsenal to be removed. Now, let's find out where Saka is going to be going. Saka is going to be going to... Oh, Saka goes to Aston Villa. So let me quickly pull up Word on my computer. A blank document, and I will document Saka to Villa on there. So let me actually put a subsection of Arsenal. Okay, so accept the license agreement. Yes, fine, right. Saka is done then. Oh no, we've removed Villa. No, we don't want to do that. Villa are still on there. They're not. Villa have left. Oh, hold on. Villa. Let's get Villa back on there. No, we don't want to spin it again. Oh, that one's random, whatever. So let's go. Second Arsenal player then. Can't be Saka again, obviously. Because he's off to Villa. Where are we going to get now? It's Gabriel, one of Arsenal's better centre-backs. He's going to be leaving Aston Villa. Let's not take any notice of Arsenal. It can't be Arsenal. So he'd have to spin again anyway. Where is Gabriel going to be going to? He's going to be going to... Oh, Crystal Palace. Crystal Palace go and back themselves Gabriel. So Gabriel... Oh, Jesus. Gabriel is off to Palace, which is going to be a good signing for them, of course. So we've got one final player to leave Arsenal. Who's it going to be? Who is it going to be? It's going to be Callum Chambers. Now, that shouldn't affect Arsenal too much, but it could do. It's another defender. Now, of course, we can't stop people signing players in January. So more than likely, FIFA will just go and, choose whatever. So one team is going to be at a disadvantage unless we were to follow, say, a different European team. I don't know. So that's Chambers. Chambers is going to be off too. Let's have a look. Where's he off to? Not Villa again. Oh! Chambers has gone to Chelsea. Well, I don't think it's really going to have too much of an impact on Chelsea's season, do you? All right then, moving on to Aston Villa. Let's see. Let's open up Aston Villa. Where are they? Villa. Aston Villa. Here we go. So here's the Aston Villa players. Again, not as many great ones as in terms of FIFA ability compared to Arsenal, but can still make a difference to Villa. And they're losing their first team centre-back, Konsa. Konsa is going to be leaving Aston Villa. But where is he going to be going to? Is he going to be a winner or is he going to be a loser? Let's find out. Where's he off to? He's going to West Brom? Okay. So Konsa goes to West Bromwich Albion. That's going to be a good player for them, I'm sure. Maybe it can help them stay up. We don't know just yet. Second player then to leave Villa is Engels. Engels, not a huge player for Villa, but still get some game time, I'm sure, in terms of FIFA. Let's see where he's going to be going to. Again, can help a lower league side like a Brighton or a Sheffield. And he's going to be going to... Engels is going to Manchester United. Well, I don't think that's going to make too much of a difference in terms of their season, is it? But you never know. And the third player leaving Villa will be... Not Grealish! Oh, Villa escaped Grealish leaving and it's gone to Barkley instead. So Ross Barkley will be leaving Villa. Where is he leaving to? Let's find out. Let's get him on the list. Ross Barkley. He's going to Leicester City. No, he's not. He's going to Leeds. So Barkley is off to Leeds. That's going to be that's going to be a miss for Villa, isn't it? Barkley's a good player for them. He's only on loan, but he is a good player. All right, then, next team, and we are on to Brighton and Hove Albion. So let's get the wheel spinning. Let's see who Brighton are going to be losing first. And they're going to be losing... Oh, they've lost Walton. I believe Walton is actually one of their goalkeepers, so that could be a loss for them. Let's see where he's going to be going to. He's going to be going to... Is that Fulham he's going to? That could be a decent pickup for Walton, for Fulham there even. Walton's a decent player, so let's not be too harsh on that. Going for the next player here. Who is the next player going to be? It's going to be Davy Proper. So Proper is going to be leaving Brighton. He's been there for a few years, hasn't he? And where's he going to be going to? Well, let's find out. Sheffield, it looks like. Oh, he's going to Sheffield. And that is a decent pickup there for Sheffield. I'm sure they will be very, very happy with that. And then we're on to the last player to leave Brighton. Of course, none of their big players hit just yet. No big players really hit just yet. Well, Arsenal, Saka and Gabriel is quite big. And they lose Lallana, who could be a decent player for them in terms of FIFA ability. Let's see where Lallana's going to. Again, could be a big pickup for one of the lower league teams. So let's see where he's off to. Is it Arsenal? Arsenal pick up Lallana. So they lose Bukayo Saka, and they've got themselves Lallana in to replace him there. So it's not all bad for them, not all bad. But we'll move on to the next team then. We're on to Burnley. Let's see what Burnley have got in store for them. So let's get the wheel spinning. Let's see what they have got. So it's going to be Westwood going first. But where is Westwood going to be going to? Well, let's have a find out. Let's have a spin of the wheel. Where's Westwood going? Is he going to Arsenal? Has Arsenal picked themselves up their second player? They have indeed. So Westwood is going to the mighty Arsenal. I'm sure they'll be really, really happy with that. Arsenal, the first team to get a double pickup, which is very, very good for them. But looking at the Barnsley players, I spelt Rodriguez wrong. I don't know why I put a G there. That's not a G for James Rodriguez. Not James Rodriguez. It's what's a J Rodriguez? That's the one. In fact, I completely think I've butchered his name. Hold on. There we go. We've changed his name. Right. Second player then. Who's leaving? Who's up next to leave? And it's J Rodriguez. J Rodriguez is leaving Burnley. But the problem is, where is he going to be going? Well, let's find out now. Let's spin the wheel. What lucky team is going to get J Rodriguez? It's going to be... Oh, he goes back to Burnley. So Burnley don't actually... Well, you can't do that. You can't retain the player, so he's got to go again. Where are they going to be? Is he going back to He's going back to Newcastle. Rodriguez is going back home to Newcastle. That's going to be a decent pickup for them. We'll give a shuffle to the teams. And we'll give a shuffle to these. And we'll go for one final spin. Who are Burnley going to be losing next? Let's find out. Is it Brownhill? Oh, luckily it's not me. It's not a huge... Not going to be a huge loss for them. But who is Brownhill going to be going off to? Let's have a look. He's going to be going to West Brom or Brighton. Could be decent. Oh, he's going to Brighton. So Brighton, I believe that's their first player that they have picked up there. So that's going to be a decent pickup for them. And that's the end of Burnley. So Burnley come away from that pretty unscathed. They lose Westwood, Rodriguez and Brownhill. I think they'll be fine without them. But moving on to the next team's end. So that's the end of the B. So let's go to the C's. So Chelsea are next up. We'll give their players a shuffle, of course. Chelsea got a good few players here they can lose. So hopefully they don't get shafted too much. Chelsea, who are they going to be losing first? So Chelsea lose Jorginho. That's a big one for them, isn't it? Jorginho has left. Oh, he's going to be leaving Chelsea. But the problem is, where is he going to be going to? Let's give a bit of a shuffle on the wheel. And let's see. This is exciting. This is exciting. Where's he going to? He's not going to Sheffield, is he? He is. He's found himself a move to Sheffield United. That is going to be a fantastic addition to the Sheffield team. Let's give the players a shuffle. And let's go again. Let's see who they're going to get. Who's the second player? It's going to be Marcos Alonso. Okay. So not an important player for Chelsea, but could be a good pickup for another team, a lower league team. So let's see. Well, I forgot to shuffle the teams. That's okay. It doesn't matter. He's going to West Ham. Okay, well, they have got Cresswell, so that'll be a good bit of competition there, won't it? We'll give the teams another shuffle, and we will give Chelsea another shuffle. Can we take a big player from Chelsea? Can Chelsea? Well, Jorginho is a big player from them. And the next one, it's gone back to Marcos Alonso. Well, you can't move him twice, so we're going to have to do a respin on that one. Who's left? Who's a big one? Zuma. No, they've lost Billy Gilmore. They've lost Gilmore. Gilmore is going to be leaving Chelsea, and he is going to be going to, well, let's find out. He's going to be going to Southampton. Well, it's the place where all the definitely a place where a lot of youth players do progress. So he should have a good time there. Should old Gilmore. So that's Chelsea have suffered their fate, and we'll move on to the next team, which will be Crystal Palace, I believe. And they've got a few decent players here. They have got a few decent players. So let's wait and find out. We'll give them a quick shuffle. And we will go into Palace's first draft pick. And that's going to be... Oh, MacArthur. MacArthur is leaving Palace. Where is he going to? Well, let's find out now. He's going to... Southampton? Oh, just. So MacArthur heads off to Southampton, who have got their first pick of today, their second pick of today, which is good. We'll give the teams a shuffle. We'll give the players a shuffle, and we'll be on our way for second Palace player to lose their fate. Of course, they can't lose their drafted players. That's not a rule we're doing. So the next one is Kouyaté. And where is Kouyaté going to be going? Well, we'll find out, won't we? Kouyaté is going to be leaving Palace for Villa. Okay. I think Villa will take that. I think Villa will take Kouyaté. He'll be a decent little squad player there. So I think they'll be very happy with that. We'll give the teams a shuffle. We'll give the players a shuffle to the final Palace player to lose their fate at Crystal Palace. And it's going to be Mitchell. Mitchell is leaving Palace. Of course, a player that Palace need at the moment in real life, because he's filling in for, of course, the injured Van Aanholt. But let's move on to the teams. Who's going to have the blessing of getting Mitchell? It's Manchester City. Well, I don't think Man City are going to be needing Mitchell anytime. So I don't think that'll be a huge problem for City there, because I think they are very, very much not going to use him. But on to the next one then. And I believe, what's that? C, D, E, F. So it'd be Fulham. Fulham next to find out their fate. So let's get Fulham ready on the spreadsheet. Let's see who they're going to be losing first. We'll give the players a shuffle and we'll spin the wheel. Fulham, again, don't have many decent players, but can have players taken away from them that could be crucial. And Kearney, their captain, Tom Kearney, has been removed. The Scotsman has been removed from the Fulham team. And who is he going to be replaced by? Well, let's find out. He's going to be going to Burnley. Well, that's a decent pickup for Burnley, isn't it? That's a very decent pickup for them. I think they'll be very, very happy about that. We'll go back to the Fulham team and we'll have the second spin of today for Fulham. Who else are they going to be losing? Not Mitrovic. Oh, they've lost their star striker. Mitrovic is going. We've ripped Fulham's spine of their team away. And who's he going to be going to? We'll see if he's a big player, if he can go somewhere. Again, can't guarantee that AI is going to play him, but he's going to Spurs, where I don't think he'll actually have an impact at all, because they got Kane, Vinicius. I don't think you'll see much game time, but you never know. You never know. And we'll move on to the final pick then for Spurs. Can we rip, not Spurs, for Fulham rather, can we pick another big player from their team? It's going to be Maya. I believe he's actually on loan, or they bought him this January. Where's he going to be going to? Let's give that a shuffle. Where's he going to be going to? He's going to Chelsea. Well, I don't think they're really going to give two shits about him at Chelsea, are they? So, again, two big players removed from Fulham there, which is good for people who don't like Fulham, I suppose. But we'll be moving on to Leeds next, who, again, don't have a huge amount of decent players to be put on. They've only really had 16 players who'd actually make an impact to Leeds' season here. So it's going to be very, very interesting if they do lose any players, because it could make them relegation favourites. So we'll give them a shuffle and let's see who's going. Are they going to lose their goalkeeper? Are they going to lose their striker? Are they going to lose Stuart Dallas, a big player for Leeds? Stuart Dallas leaves Leeds, and where's he going to be going to? Or give the teams a shuffle. Where's he going? Oh dear. Oh dear. He's going to Southampton. He's going to Southampton. That's an unfortunate one for them, isn't it? That's unfortunate. They lose Stuart Dallas, which is not good. And they haven't picked up any players either in the draft. Southampton have picked up a few players. They want Stuart Dallas gone again. We can't have Stuart Dallas going again, of course. So we're going to have to do a respin. Come on. Not another centre-back removed. Oh, they're lucky. They've got their backup goalkeeper, Garcia. Garcia will be leaving, of course, the ex-Real Madrid man. Where's he going to be going to? Well, let's find out. I don't think any teams really need him for their first team, but backup goalkeeper they could. Actually, he's going to Sheffield. So, Sheffield, yet to be spun, could lose Ramsdale. So, that could be a decent pickup for them. But we will shuffle the team one final time. And we'll go for a final spin here for Leeds. Who are they going to be losing? It's Hernandez, the veteran himself. Hernandez. Pablo Hernandez, that is. And who's going to have the privilege of picking up the 35-year-old Pablo Hernandez? It's going to be Wolves or Spurs? It's going to be Spurs who will welcome Hernandez. So, again, I don't think that's a huge loss for Leeds. I'm sure they'll survive without him. But that does take us on to our next team, which is going to be Leicester. So, Leicester, the next team to find their fate on the wheel. We'll give their players a shuffle. 23 players up for grabs here for some Premier League teams. Let's see who they're going to be losing. And it's a big one. It's Ricardo Pereira, the right back. Pereira is going to be leaving. But the problem is, who's going to get him? Well, I think he'd improve most teams in the Premier League. I've opened it up in the wrong one, so I'm going to have to... I've removed Hernandez. Shit. Quick, get him back. Hernandez. We need to open up the league teams, the Prem table one. Swap those round, give them a shuffle. Where's Pereira going to be going then? Where is Pereira going to be going? Oh, he's going to West Brom. That is a massive pickup for West Brom there. They pick up Pereira, a established international player going to West Brom. They'll be loving that. They will be loving that. But let's take the next player from Leicester then. Can we hit a Vardy? Can we hit a big player? There's Vardy! Oh, it was Evans. They've been lucky there. They lose Evans, who is a first-team centre-back for them. And he's a decent centre-back. Who's going to be getting Evans? Well, let's find out. Is that Burnley? Burnley get Evans. Burnley get Johnny Evans. That's a decent pickup for them. So they've lost Pereira and Evans. They've got some huge players they've lost here, Leicester, and they haven't picked anyone up yet. So the final one, who are they going to lose? Is it Ashley Barnes? It's Ashley Barnes. Barnes is going as well. So I'd say Leicester have been hit the biggest by the draft here today. And the question is, who else is going to be leaving? So let's make the spin of the wheel. We'll give it a shuffle. Where is Harvey Barnes going to be ending up at? Again, if you do want to see a part 2 to this, then please do let me know in the comment section below. Harvey Barnes going to Spurs. Okay, Spurs pick themselves up Harvey Barnes. Again, I'm not sure we'll get too much game time, but there we go. What can you do about that? We'll shuffle that up, and we'll get the next team prepared, who will be, of course, the mighty Liverpool. Now, Liverpool have got a lot of big players here. Aren't many players here that aren't, that good. They've got a lot of good players. If they lose one of them, then it's going to be a miss to them. Maybe apart from Milner, Chamberlain, Simicast, maybe. Let's go. Let's go. Who are Liverpool going to lose? Alisson, no! Oh! Liverpool lose Alisson Becker for at least the first half of the season. But the even bigger thing is, it's not just who Liverpool lose him. Who's going to get Alisson? Who's going to get him? That could transform someone's season here today. Who's going to be getting him? He's gone to Brighton. Please go to United. Oh, it was so close. It was so close. But Brighton are going to get, you could arguably say, one of the best goalkeepers, if not the best goalkeeper in the world football right now. That is a massive, massive pull there for Brighton and a massive loss for Liverpool. Let's roll the dice again. Spin the wheel, rather. Who's going to be going now? Not Mane. Not Sadio Mane. Oh! It was inches away from being Sadio Mane. It's going to be Tsimikas, the Greek left-back. Tsimikas is going to Newcastle. Well, that's a good pick-up for them, isn't it? That is a good pick-up for them. Taking away Liverpool's backup left-back if they lose Robertson to an injury. I will definitely take that. Liverpool have been victim to the wheel once. Can we remove one of their big boys? Firmino, Salah, Mane, Van Dijk. It's Fabinho! Don't go to Keita! Oh! Fabinho! Fabinho gonna be leaving Liverpool. For who? Who is Liverpool gonna be sending Fabinho to? Let's give a shuffle on the teams. Come on! Please, Manchester United! Please get it to United! He's going to Spurs. Oh, what a pickup for Spurs that is. What a pickup. What a pickup. Spurs get Fabinho. So to summarise there, Liverpool lose Alisson, Tsimikas and Fabinho. The Liverpool fans will not be happy about that. But we're moving on to the next team and it's Manchester City. Man City up next to decide the fate of the wheel. We'll give them a shuffle and we will spin. Come on, let's take a big player. Let's take a big player from City here. De Bruyne! Oh! Kevin De Bruyne has been robbed from Man City. Where is he going to be going? Well, let's find out. I've clicked it on the wrong wheel again, haven't I? Bloody hell. Quickly, let's get the table back open here. Flip them over. Shuffle. Who's going to be getting De Bruyne? Come to Manchester United, Kevin. Come to United. He's going to Southampton. What a downgrade. Southampton have just got themselves one of the best players in the world in Kevin De Bruyne. What a madness. We'll shuffle those. Let's give City their second spin of the wheel. Who else are they going to be losing here? Who else are they going to be losing? They're going to be losing Mahrez. That's going to be a massive addition to a team. Someone's going to be getting Riyad Mahrez. Who's it going to be? Come on, please be like a Sheffield or something. Let's turn the table upside down. Yes! Oh! He's gone to Leicester. Well, that's going to be, you know, they lose Barnes, but they pick up Riyad Mahrez. So that's going to be a good one there. City lose 2 players. Apparently I spelt Leicester wrong. There we go. Okay. I have spelt Leicester. Oh, I know what it is. Whatever. Right. Final spin of the wheel then. A final shuffle. Who's next? I put Gundogan. Who the hell's Gundogan? I meant to put Gundogan. We all know what it is. It's going to be Eric Garcia. Well, not a player that really is going to be a huge miss for City, but he is 75 rated on FIFA, so could be potentially a good pickup for someone, especially like a Brighton. Brighton here today, they've got a good few players. They've got Alisson and they've got Garcia. That's a good haul. That's a very good haul there for Brighton, isn't it? They've got some good players. But the team that we want to see next, Manchester United. Can anyone pick up any of United's good players? Well, let's find out. Let's get him on the spreadsheet. And let's see who's going to be leaving Manchester United. Come on. Who's going? Oh, it's not a big one. Go on, be Phil Jones. Yes! We've done it! Phil Jones has left the club. It's a day to remember for Manchester United fans. Phil Jones has left. Who's got the unfortunate job of picking him up? Who's going to have Phil Jones? Sheffield. Hey, that's not a bad move for Phil Jones. That's the type of football he deserves. Relegation football there. But next one for Manchester United. Can they survive the fate? They haven't got anyone good from the draft, so they don't want to be losing. Oh, no! Not Bruno! Oh, no! United have lost Bruno Fernandes. Bruno is going to be leaving Manchester United. Who's going to be getting him? Oh, God, I dread to think. Oh, no. Not Spurs. Oh, Leicester. Leicester have just gone and got themselves a Bruno Fernandes. And they've got Mahrez as well. That is a huge win for Leicester City. A huge L for Manchester United, who have just lost Bruno Fernandes. Who else is going to be leaving? Who else is going to be gone? Let's see here. McTominay. Martial. Oh. They lose McTominay. In terms of FIFA, I don't think it'll be too bad for them. But let's see where McTominay is going to be off to. We'll give the shuffle on the names a few times. And he's off. Where's he going to? Who knows? Who knows? He's going to Fulham. Well, at least they've replaced one. They've replaced one Scotsman with another. So Fulham have got themselves a little bit of McTominay. But United there lose big time. They lose Bruno. They lose Phil Jones and McTominay. I mean, Phil Jones, he'll be ever so missed. I mean, we'll really miss him. Definitely not. Anyway, next team then will be Newcastle, who have got a few players on the wheel. They've got a few players on the wheel. So let's get ready here. And let's give them a shuffle. And let's go. They've got 27 players here on the list. So they've got a load on. They have got a decent squad. Oh, no! Not Sir Maximum! Oh, no! Newcastle lose one of their best players, St. Maximum. Where is he going to be going? I'll put Maximum on mine, not Maximum. Come on, where's he off to? Where is he off to? He's off to Wolves. Well, that's a good signing for Wolves, isn't it? That's a good player for Wolves to pick up there. And we'll move on to the next player then. Who else are Newcastle going to be without? Who else? Who else is going to be a good loss for them? I don't know. Jamal Lewis. Okay, Lewis is leaving the club. The question is, where is he going to? Let's see where he's going to. Fulham again? Oh, Fulham. Wow, that's a decent pickup for Fulham, isn't it now? That is a very good pickup for Fulham. They've got a good player there. They have got a good player. But let's look at the third player leaving Fulham then. Who's going to be gone? Who's leaving Fulham here? Let's see. It's going to be Kraft. I'm not even sure who this guy is. I think he's a Swedish defender, maybe? But again, could be. Probably not a huge loss for... let's spell his name properly. Not a huge loss for Newcastle, but could be a good pickup for another team here in the Premier League. He's going to Liverpool. Well, Liverpool did need a backup, a left back after Mr. Tsimikas have left. So he's off to Liverpool. And that is the end of Newcastle's Bemail. They haven't fared too badly. They've lost the Maximum, but apart from that, they haven't done too badly there. Who's next? Who's next? I believe it'll actually be Sheffield United. So let's get them open. Again, from Sheffield, none of these players really are going to make an ounce of difference to anyone. But it's really just seeing what we're going to be removing from Sheffield. They've picked up Phil Jones. They've got Garcia. They've got Jorginho. And they've got Davy Proper. So they've actually, whatever they lose, they've probably got better players back in from the draft. So let's just see where they end up here. Sheffield United. Let's see where they're going. First is Basham. Basham's out. Who's going to have Basham then? Who's going to be lumbered with him? Who's going to be lumbered with Basham? Newcastle. Okay. Newcastle get Basham. Newcastle get Basham. Okay. Shuffle the teams. Shuffle the players. Who's next? Come on. Who's next? Who's going? Oh, Egan would have been a big one for them, but it's actually Osborne. Osborne, rather. Osborne. Where's Osborne going? Let's find out. Come on. Liverpool? City? City. Osborne's going to City. Well, I don't think you'll be seeing any football this season then, do you? You won't be seeing jack shite. Final player for Sheffield. Who are they going to be losing? Oh, they lose Stevens. They lose Stevens. Where's he going to be going to? He's going to be... As you can see, my efforts for Sheffield really aren't as good because, well, they haven't actually lost anyone. He's going to Arsenal. Arsenal get Stevens. Well, I'm sure he can't be any worse than what they've already got. Anyway, we'll move on to the next team, and that's Southampton. Now, Southampton do have a few decent players here, so will be good to see where they are. So let's get them down onto the spreadsheet. Let's give the players a shuffle. As long as you don't get Bednarek, you're going to be sorted. Stevens again. This is Stephens. Another Stevens. We got a lot of Stevens flying about here. Where's he going to be going to? Well, let's find out. Let's give the teams a shuffle. Come on, come on, come on. Who's going? Who's getting him? West Ham. Okay, okay. West Ham. I've got Stevens. Next player for Southampton then. Who is going to be going next? It's going to be Salisu. Salisu. You don't want him. He's rubbish. He's absolute rubbish. Gives away red cards. But anyway, he's a decent player in terms of FIFA. Could be a pickup for some decent teams. He's going to City. Well, I don't think he's going to be playing at all for City. But there we go. City get Sally Sue. And the final Southampton player leaving is... Come on, who's going to be going? Genepo? Genepo? No, it's going to be Shea Adams. Well, that's going to be... Could be a decent player for a team, depending on who he goes to. Another player for City. Another player. City have got so many players that they're just never going to use. Oh, wow. Okay, so Southampton get away with that one fairly unscathed. But now we're off to the North London rivals, Spurs. Spurs are next. We got 4 more teams to go. Spurs next then. Let's see who they're going to be going up against here. Spurs. First player out is going to be Serge Aurier. Serge Aurier is the first player leaving Spurs. And will be joining... Who, you ask? Well, let's find out. He's going back to... We can't have him going back to Spurs. This wheel's stupid. Come on. Oh, Villa? He's gone back to Spurs again. He's destined. He's destined to go back to Spurs. We don't want him at Spurs. We want him gone from Spurs game. Newcastle get him? Okay. Well, that's not a bad pickup. I'm sure Newcastle will like Aurier. I'm sure he'll very much enjoy the northern atmosphere over there. But let's give the players a shuffle. Come on. Can we get a Kane or a Son? Someone from Spurs. They get Joe Hart, their backup goalkeeper. Joe Hart. Who's going to be getting Joe Hart then? Well, let's find out. Again, for a smaller team, could be a decent pickup for them. Who's getting him? Come on, who's getting Joe Hart? Manchester United? That's like... As if we don't have enough goalkeepers. We got bloody 4. 4 of them. What the cocking hell? Oh my god. Right. Next spin then. Forgot to shuffle. Doesn't matter, they're already shuffled up anyway. And it's going to be, not Aurier again. Bloody Aurier. Bloody Aurier. We don't want Aurier again. Give it a shuffle. Give it a shuffle. Let's see where he's going. Sissoko. Okay. Decent player, Sissoko. In terms of FIFA, let's see where he's off to. Let's give that a few shuffles. Come on. Who's going to be getting Musa Sissoko? Not City. City lose De Bruyne and get Musa Sissoko in return. Well. Oh, well, I think that's basically it for the top tier players, really. Well, there's Wolves with a few decent ones, don't they? But we're on to West Bromwich Albion, who've actually had a decent draft. They've had some decent players come in, so I don't think any players coming out will really be too much of an issue for them. They lose Robinson first. I put Ribinson on my spreadsheet. That's no good. Robinson. Where is Robinson going to be going? Well, let's find out, shall we? Let's give the teams a shuffle. Come on. Anywhere but United. Anywhere but United. Anywhere but United. Brighton? Brighton have not had a bad draft, you know. Brighton have actually had a decent draft. They've had a decent draft at Brighton. They've got themselves another squad player there. I'm sure they will appreciate that. Any players on there who are actually any good? Pereira. Diangana, really. They're the big ones. They're the big hits. They'll be the big misses. Johnston to Ruth, the goalkeeper. Livermore, maybe. Oh, the captain. Jake Livermore will be leaving. Where's he going? Who's going to get the privilege of getting him? Oh, I'm not sure I want him. Have we had any team who haven't had a player yet from the draft? I'm not sure. We'll have to see. Leeds. Leeds is going to be the new home for Jake Livermore. That's a fairly like-for-like swap. I'm sure he'll get a few appearances there for Leeds. Whether or not it'll push him up the table, I don't know. But final one here then for West Brom. Can we pull a big one? Can we pull a big one? Ooh. Okay. It's going to be Townsend. Townsend's going to be leaving. And where's he going to be going? Where's he going to go? It is Arsenal. Well, I'm not sure I really get a big look in there, but you never know. Arsenal. Okay, there we go. So West Brom completed. 2 teams left to go then for the draft. And it's going to be West Ham, the next team. So here we go. West Ham. Shuffle them up and let's get them going. There's some decent players in that West Ham team. I wouldn't mind having. Noble's not one of them, but we do remove the West Ham captain. So West Ham have lost their captain in Noble. But where is he going to be going? Well, let's find out. Let's give the teams a shuffle. Come on. Who's going to get the pleasure of it? Is it going to be Palace? It's going to be Palace. Okay. Well, he could actually be a decent player for Palace, couldn't he? Could be a decent player. But we will swiftly move on to the next pick. There's some big players we can take from West Ham. The goalkeeper's one of them. They lose their first team goalkeeper. Fabianski. Have they got another goalkeeper on this list? No. They haven't got another goalkeeper on the list. Well, no, they got Randolph. But Fabianski, who lost a goalkeeper? I don't know. Let's see where probably United will get him to make 5 goalkeepers there then. Villa, Leeds, Villa? Okay. Okay. So Fabianski goes to Villa to fight for the goalkeeper spot with, well, they've got a few decent goalkeepers there, so that'll be interesting. But final one for West Ham then. West Ham lose their first team goalkeeper. Do they lose their second tier? Oh! They've got Mark Noble again. We're going to have to shuffle and re-spin. Come on, who's going? Who's going? Mikel Antonio. Oh, Antonio is gone. But where's he going to? Again, could be a big pickup for one of these other teams. Come on. Where is Antonio going to? No, he's going to Sheffield. What a brace for Sheffield United. Sheffield have had an absolute stormer of this draft. They've had a brilliant time there. So West Ham lose Noble, Fabianski and Antonio. Arguably three of their best players. But we'll move on to the final team, which is Wolves. Now, Wolves don't have a great squad. The players they do have are all decent players and could be a big pickup for any team. Will be a big loss to Wolves. Any of them players leave will be a big loss. Again, if you want to see me do this with just their first 11s, then do let me know and we can do another draft similar. Or we can do a part 2 to this. Anyway, let's get spinning. Let's shuffle. And let's go. 17 entries then. Who's going to be leaving Wolves? First entry is Dendonka. No, it's going to be Adama Traore. So Traore is going to be leaving Wolves. In terms of FIFA, I think it would be a big loss for them. But let's see who Traore is going to be going to. I'd love him to come to United. I really would. It's not going to be that, though. It's going to be Everton, it looks like. No, it's going to be Liverpool. Oh! It just ticks over to Everton at the last minute. So a good pick up there for Everton. And let's go. Second player then for Wolves. Who are they going to be losing? It's going to be Samu or Saiss. Not Samu Saiss. Saiss is going to be their next victim. And who is he going to be going to? Let's find out. Come on, who's going? Where's he going to? Who's getting him? West Ham? Crystal Palace? Crystal Palace, again, will be a decent player for Palace. I think that's a decent pickup for them. And the final player, the final draftee, where is he going to be going? Give him a good old shuffle up. Come on. Take a big player. Take a big one, please. The goalkeeper. Patricio has been taken from Wolves. Patricio has been taken. Now, where's he going to be going? Let's give him a shuffle. Come on. Give him to like Sheffield or something. Give him a decent club. Not Arsenal. Not City. Arsenal get Patricio. Well, that's not a bad one for it, is it? That's not bad. But yes, let's have a quick roundup then of who's gone where. So let's bring the documents over. Again, ignore the spelling. I'm typing quickly. I know where they're going to be going. So, starting off for Arsenal then. So Arsenal lose Saka to Villa, Gabriel to Palace, and Chambers to Chelsea. Villa lose Komsa, Engels and Barkley. They're going to West Brom, United and Leeds. West United only drafted one player in, which was Engels. That is bollocks. But anyway, Brighton have lost Walton, Proper and Lallana, and they're going to Fulham, Sheffield and Arsenal. Burnley lose Westwood, Rodriguez and Brownhill. Not big players for them. Go to Arsenal, Newcastle and Brighton. Brighton have had a good time here. Chelsea, they're losing Jorginho, Alonso and Gilmore. And they're off to Sheffield, West Ham, Southampton. Sheffield have picked themselves up some decent players here. Let's see who's next. Palace, they've lost MacArthur, Koyate and Mitchell. And they're going to Southampton, Villa and City. Fulham lose Kearney, Mitrovic and Maya, going to Burnley, Spurs and Chelsea. Leeds lose Dallas, Garcia and Hernandez to Southampton, Sheffield and Spurs. Leicester lose Pereira, Evans and Barnes. Big one for them. They're going to West Brom, Burnley and Spurs. Liverpool lose Alisson, Tsimikas and Fabinho. They go to Brighton, Newcastle and Spurs. City lose De Bruyne, going to Southampton. And they lose Mahrez and Garcia. And that's going to Southampton, Leicester and Brighton. Awful spelling of Brighton there. United go and lose Jones, Bruno and McTominay. Can't believe they lose Bruno. And he's off to Sheffield, Leicester and Fulham. Newcastle lose Maximum, Lewis and Kraft. And they're going to Wolves, Fulham and Liverpool. Sheffield lose Basham, Osborne, Stevens, going to Newcastle, City, Arsenal. I don't think that'll really make any issue there. Southampton lose Stevens, Salisu and Adams. They go to West Ham and the other two go to City together. Spurs lose Aurier, Hart and Sissoko. Oh no, United have got a player. They got Joe Hart, I forgot. Aurier off to Newcastle, Sissoko off to City. What a replacement for De Bruyne. West Brom lose Robinson, Livermore and Townsend, and they go to Brighton, Leeds and Arsenal. West Ham go to lose Palace, Fabianski and Antonio, who'll go to Palace, Villa and Sheffield. And Wolves lose Traore, Saiss and Patricio, and they go to Everton, Palace and Arsenal. Is there a team there that hasn't had a drafted player? I don't think there is. Newcastle. Did Newcastle get anyone actually? Yes, they did. So I don't think there's anyone who didn't get a drafted player. But the big losses there, well, let's see. West Ham lose a few key players. Patricio. Wolves lose their key player there. Spurs lose Sissoko. That's a big player. Big player for Newcastle. Two good players there for United gone. Man City lose two crucial players. Liverpool lose two crucial players. So the big teams have all taken big hits. Chelsea lose Jorginho. And of course, Arsenal lose Saka and Gabriel. So yes, we will have to maybe even continue this on at another time if you wanted to see, these players drafted. If you want to see these draft results into another season, or you want to see me draft some big players from big European teams into the Premier League, again, let me know what you want to see. But we're going to see the league results from this. That'll be in part 2. So yes, I will see you all into part 2. Go and smash a like for part 2. Subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you all around in the next one. Peace out.